Okay, so we're going to start posing the mermaid. Now, if you're a beginner, it might be a good idea for you to go to Google and search mermaid poses and mermaid paintings, mermaid dolls, until you see a nice pose that you like. For our project here, we're going to have her with her tail sticking up in the air. She might be bent. We'll see how it goes. And the most important thing is to see how the arms are, because we're going to need the whole pose to work together. So this is what I'm going to use as my inspiration for this particular project. Okay, so first I'm going to cut the mermaid right at the waistline. Okay, and I'm going to take my armature wire. I'm going to make 3 lengths for the length that I want it. It's going to be way too big, but rather it be too big than too small. Okay. Okay, so once you have the armature wire, I'm going to turn this over, and with my dental tool, okay, I'm just going to drag a line here down the center. Okay, on both sides of this. Put them together. Okay, and then very gently what you're going to do is just blend the front to the back. There's nothing magic about this. As you're working with the clay, it begins to get softer, and it tends to sort of, you know, melt together and blend together, and that's what you want. Okay, so you're going to blend out these side lines here. And if you happen to have, like, say, a big gaping hole or something, if maybe there was a part of the mold that didn't get filled, you can just place a little bit of clay in whatever indentation you have and just smooth it out until it's, you know, undetectable. Now, the next thing we want to do is to make a little armature for the fins. I'm going to just measure and see how much I need and cut it off. I just need 1 folded piece of armature wire. So this part here, you're just going to open this up and put this in here. then let's get our fins, and we're going to line them up like puzzle pieces, okay? And what you're going to do is just pretty much do the same thing. I like to make a little indentation because I think it does help in keeping the wire, once you get it in there and get it stuck, I think it does help the wire stay in the center of your piece. And that's important. So I'll line that guy up and this guy up too. Okay. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to just using the warmth and the smoothing action of your hands, you're going to put the fin on the mermaid's body. Okay, so now the mermaid is smoothed, okay, pretty much. It's not perfect, but we're going to be posing her, so she's going to get a little nicked and whatever, so we'll do the final work later on in the project. So the first thing I want to do is put her in a sitting position and then put the fin up. So what I'm going to do is slice out some of this section here. And I'm going to just cut a little bit in here, and then that's going to be the first. And then I'm going to take this clay that we took out of the front and just put it in the back. Okay, and then the second one I want to do is I want to put a little movement around the knee area. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut out a little bit down here where like the human knee would be, okay? And then, so I want this very high up. And then so now I'm going to start to smooth it a little bit. I'm making two even little balls of clay here. Going to build up the derriere. I think I want it up, but I also want the fin to show at the bottom. I haven't decided yet. Actually, I think I'm going to put this back in here. I changed my mind. This will show you how easy it is to change your mind. Okay, so I want her to be up like this. Okay. Now. Okay, so before, I'm going to bake this once, and then we're going to work on it again, and I'm going to bake it a second time. So the first time what I want to do is I want to make sure I have all of the tail detail in it. So I'm squeezing the ends of the tail, okay, on both sides here. And then I'm going to put some sort of indentations in it. So I want that little personality on the fins. So this is how I'm going to want it to bake. So I'm going to have to build a baking armature for it. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so here's the little baking tray, okay? And here's my little guide, so I don't make the mermaid too long for her fishing bowl, for her fish bowl. Okay, and then this is a crumpled piece of aluminum foil. So I'm just going to lay the figure on this while it goes into the oven, and this way it will hold the fin up, the tail and the fin up, and I'm going to bake this at 250 degrees for about 10 minutes. Because I want it to be hard, but not completely cured, because there's going to be several more bakings.